Ho ho ho! Welcome to Kurt's Crazy Kitchen Cooking Show. It's almost Christmas and I thought it'd be really fun if I did a cooking little video here, because I make this really awesome cookies and I call them Kurt's Magical Cookies, and I'm gonna put all the ingredients just down there in the description, or depending on if this is Facebook or YouTube, over there. And I've got all the ingredients here, and I'm not going to bother talking about all of them, but what I did is I kind of I like to separate them out, and so I like to mix the liquids with the sugar, and then I already put in here the baking soda, the salt, and the baking powder, and I think it does a better mix when it mixes with the liquids first. Okay, and let's see, it's like be like emerald, bam! So you're going to pour the stuff in here, and bam! So first thing I'm going to pour in is the butter. And then I'm gonna, I've still got some in there. Where's all my cooking stuff? Here we go. So my cup of butter, mix in with my brown sugar. Now you can do all kinds of different sugars, and you might want to experiment. That's what I did. I started originally when I was making this recipe. Was originally making it with granulated sugar and brown sugar. I've tried powdered sugar and brown sugar. I like the texture. I think the molasses and the brown sugar makes a better cookie. So that's what I've ended up with. And this is a magical KitchenAid. This was actually my grandma's KitchenAid, and I love this thing. I've wanted one of these for a long time. I do a lot of cooking. This is a huge time saver. Okay. So that's mixed like that. I'm going to throw the eggs in here too. It's a really easy recipe, and you can actually make 48 cookies if you double the recipe, but it'll make 24 cookies, which is a lot of cookies. So we're saving the chocolate chips for last. Yum yum. Now, here's what I think really makes this recipe unique from a lot of other cookie recipes that have oatmeal in it. They tell you to blend the oatmeal. I don't have a blender, but I've got this handy dandy Cuisinart, and so we're going to turn it on for a few seconds. And depending on how much you like big oats, will depend on how much you want to grind this. Some people like to grind it all the way down to a flour, but I kind of like a little bit of oatiness to my oats, so I don't know if that's a word, but maybe. So then you just kind of start mixing in the rest of the ingredients here, the rest of the dry stuff. We're gonna put a little in and mix it. You're gonna love these cookies. And then I went ahead and put the nuts in with the flour. This always makes a fun sound. You can hear it bouncing around inside. All the nuts are grinding up in there, and doesn't that look tasty? Now, some of you are really into the all natural, super grind it from you pulled it from the earth and you beat it at the mill and you did all that stuff, and that's fine, you know. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, I'm not. So you might like to use the whole flour and the whole grain and all that stuff. I like good old-fashioned bleached, chemical treated, whatever flour works for me. And so that's almost done. Oh yeah, check it out. I drove a screwdriver bit through my thumb. Isn't that cool? Yeah, don't do that. My wife's looking at it. She just made a face at me. She doesn't understand my subscribers, and they'll think that's funny. I know you guys will think that's funny, but she doesn't get it because she doesn't know you guys. So I know you guys from the comments and stuff over the years. You'll think that's funny. All right, so we're ready for chocolate chips. Scrape this off of here. We're getting a little bit thicker, and then dump in the chocolate chips. About 1.5 cups. You can do more or less depending on what you want to achieve here, but bam! And that's the dough. And Yum.
Can I have a taste?
You guys want some?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
come here.
And Cameron bit me and snacked me, Dad.
Okay, that's good. Here.
He bit me and snacked me.
Yeah. What do you think?
It hurt.
No, about the dough. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he snapped me and hit me. I mean, snapped me and...
Well, I'm too distracted to worry about that right now because of this dough is just so delicious. And I could almost just eat it just as it is. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it in the oven. So here goes. And of course, if you got to deal with that, cooking takes a little longer. He's the ghost of Christmas never. This is a Pampered Chef. One of those, it's a pizza stone. And we use this thing for everything. This cooks anything awesome. It just does a great job. Now this is something also that is Pampered Chef. We're not, we don't do Pampered Chef, but we buy a few things from our friends that do. It's actually an ice cream scooper, and it's got some liquid in it or something, and it heats this up when you're making ice cream, but it also works really good for doing cookies. See? It's a perfect size cookie. Okay. Now cookies are ready to go in the oven. We'll do a few batches of this and we'll have something tasty. Here we go. Get it shot from that way. Just went off. Oh, look at that. Delicious. And that's how you make Kurt's amazing cookies.